Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, but I figured why not share my recent Yankee purchases with everybody. They've been having a buy three, get three over for the past few weekends, and I decided I needed to stock up on some scent plug refills. Now, I do only like the scent plug fans. I do not like the regular scent plugs. The fans do incredible well in my home. I could have, one or two going down in my main floor and it'll cover the entire main floor. So I use two downstairs and two upstairs. And then I do keep one down in the basement and one in the laundry room. So let's get into it. So the first ones I'm going to go over are the scent plug refills. So I grabbed 4 of the sage and citrus. It's a huge favorite of mine. A lot of people like this one. It's one that on low will fragrance a large area for me. My house is also airtight and very draft free, so maybe that might play a role in how fragrance performs in my home. The next ones I got are Moonlit Woods. Now I don't have the scent notes for all of them, but this one is similar to like a flannel from Bath and Body Works, black tie along those lines. Then I got, it's not identical to those scents, it could be in that lineup. And then the next one I got was Bayside Cedar. Camera does not want to focus, but oh well, we'll keep going. This one is slightly similar to like black tie. The next one I got, did I go over Home Sweet Home? I don't know. I started to film this video a couple times, kept getting interrupted. My cat kept jumping in the way. So yeah, hopefully this is the third try is a charm. So Home Sweet Home, it's a cult classic, very fan favorite amongst a lot of the YC fans. I like it because it has like that black tea, cinnamon, spicy, one of my favorites. And then I got 2 Macintosh. I'm not even gonna try to get it to focus. That one, it smells identical to its name, Fresh Macintosh. Then I picked up an Autumn Wreath, which again, I really started liking spice a couple years ago. The apple and the spice with the leaves notes really is a nice combination. Yankee does spice scents the best. Then I picked up Spiced Pumpkin, another cult classic. I didn't have much luck with the candles over the last several years. However, I did pick up a 2-wick tumbler of the Spiced Pumpkin last year, and it did extremely well. I had a very nice scent throw, so I was pretty happy with that. So then I picked up Witch's Brew. I noticed this store had this label from last year, and then the new label from this year. Now, I'm not feeling the new labels this year. They are very cartoonish, very childish, very not Halloween-y, but that's fine. It almost reminds me of like Japanese-inspired art, and I do like that aspect of it, but for Halloween, I think they could have done better. So, I did pick up some milk cups. I got 6, buy 3, get 3. I got 3 of the Spooky Sweets, which this one, I hope I like. Very similar to Marshmallow Fireside. I'm gonna go over the notes of this in a few minutes when I get to the candles. And then I picked up 1 Moonlit Woods. I should have been prepared and had all the notes for everything. Unfortunately, that would make this video very long. This reminds me, if you took flannel, sweater weather, and black tie from Bath and Body Works, mixed them together, that would be very similar to this. And they only had 2 Witch's Brew Malt cups, so but I'm obviously gonna get more because it's one of my favorite scents. Again, I'm gonna go over the scent description for that a little bit later when I get to the candles. So let's get into the accessories. So first things first, I did pick up 2 of the Halloween Illumilids. I still have 2 from last year, the Skull and Roses, and I figured why not add a couple more so that way every room could have a bit of Halloween because I'm a huge Halloween fan. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm excited to use those because they really are adorable. The next thing I got was 2 of the Haunted House luminaries, and I'm super excited about that. I want to show you guys. I'm gonna get a candle in there. So let's light that up. This is an older candle from last year, so it took a little bit of time for the candle to actually, the wicks to actually take, light. But I'm absolutely obsessed with the way this looks. Here's without the candle, here's with the candle. Obviously you can see that the moon lights up a beautiful orangey red. Super, super excited for that. So I got 2 of those because I'm going to do a huge tablescape on my table this year. My table's 9 feet long, so I need quite a bit of decor. So the next things that I got were 3 of the witch luminaries, and I'm not reselling them. These are for me. They're my personal collection now. And let's get a candle in the witch to see how it looks. Okay, so this candle might take a bit to light again. Okay, there we go. So here's the witch, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I love the colors. It's just, it's gorgeous. The bats do light, do illuminate, as you can see. So does some of the witch silhouettes, but I'm assuming that's not gonna really take place because you can see her hat going right there. But I'm sure once the candle burdens down lower, we'll see a lot more of the silhouettes. So that's the witch with the candle. That is without. And then, because I absolutely love this year's collection, I decided to grab some shades. Now, I typically don't do the candle shades, but I figured since they were buy 3 get 3, I'd buy 3 of the, I don't know. I got 3 shades, 3 hurricanes during the buy 3 get 3. I did pay full price for the other ones, but I did have some rewards and a gift card I had stashed away, so it really wasn't a big deal. So I did get 2 of the Haunted House shades and 1 witch shade. Again, because I want a little bit of Halloween in every room and I kind of want a cohesive look. So I'm super excited to have been able to get whatever I needed. Let's do a candle with a shade. This is Black Coconut, which is one of my favorites. I'm so happy it made a comeback. Here is the Haunted House shade. And the moon does light up, but not, it's a little bright in here in the house, and the shade is a lot further away from the flame. So here is with the witch, and I'm just so excited. I'm absolutely in love with this year's collection. They really knocked it out of the park. I'm not a fan of Bath & Body Works Halloween decor this year. So I'm just not. So let's get into the candles. So the first one I got is Spooky Sweets. Like I said, I did get 3 of these scent cups, but I'm currently testing one out now, and I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet. But Spooky Sweets reads, the scent story is, ghosts made of fluffy white marshmallow haunt this sweet shop concoction. Notes of black vanilla and dark foamed amber add spookiness to the scent. The top notes are juniper berry, clove, marshmallow, ghosts. Mid notes, cocoa, black vanilla, maple sugar. The base notes, cashmere, foamed amber, and hazelnut. Need a sip of my coffee real quick. So, like I said, to me this is like a more upscale adult version of Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. It does have that smokiness. Now this is not campfire treats or ghostly treats or very similar to ghostly treats actually. But this one has more of that amber that really adds a nice woodsy depth to it. Someone said that this smells like melted Crayola crayons, and I'm hoping that is not the case, because if so, this bad boy's gonna go back. So that's why I'm melting a melt cup. So even if I don't like it, the melt cups, I'll just exchange the candle. I'll keep the melt cups and burn it with something else. Now, I do get a little bit of that maple sugar. I don't get any hazelnut, which maybe when it's burning or melting, that'll come out a little bit more, but right off the top, get marshmallow. A little bit of cocoa. It's not per se gonna be a dominant note. And amber. And I believe it might be even a smoked amber, because there is a smoky quality to this, but it's not listed. It's not like a fireside or like a hearth type of scent, but it is really nice. I'm excited to burn that. So then this was an accidental purchase. I did not mean to grab Apothecary Potions. I did grab these during a buy one get one. So this is, no, I did meant to get Apothecary Potions. There's one in here that I was not supposed to get. But Apothecary Potions, I actually really like. It's similar to the blackberry tea that they released a few years ago, but it's not, I don't remember it exactly, but it's similar. The label this year on the candles, I actually, I don't mind. But Apothecary Potion scent story is, the veil between worlds is pulled away as this mystical fragrance surrounds you. Blackberry notes intertwine with black tea and cedarwood aromas to create a moody and intriguing apothecary potion. The scent notes are top notes, raspberry, strawberry, green herbs. The mid notes are blackberry, black tea, jasmine. The base notes are praline and cedarwood. Now right off the top, I do get blackberry. This is almost as fruity as Vineyard. If you smell Vineyard and this together, there's a certain similarity. I can't pinpoint it exactly. But to me, Vineyard is almost on the verge of a synthetic grape, and this has a similar note. I don't get raspberry. I don't get strawberry. I do get a little bit of the floral jasmine and cedarwood. I don't get any praline at all. But I'm excited to burn this alongside Witch's Brew because Witch's Brew is one of my favorites, and this I believe is going to balance nicely and create a nice fruity patchouli scent. I love it. It's so good. So then I got 3 Witch's Brews. Now this is going into the buy 3 get 3. I'm a huge Witch's Brew fan, burn it year round. It's a staple for me, and that lid just ran away. So I got 3 of those. Now Witch's Brew reads, oh, it's so good. This is a Halloween favorite that gets everyone in the mood for a haunting, enchanting celebration. The scent of spicy sweet patchouli is mystically infused with seductive notes of clove, wood, and vanilla. The top notes are witch's woods, clove, cinnamon, mid notes, jasmine, woody, base notes, patchouli, and vanilla. Now, right off the bat, I get patchouli, I get clove, cinnamon. I don't get much wood. I never really have. And if the patchouli's if the jasmine's in there, it's very well blended because I don't detect any jasmine note in it. And then I got, okay, so here's what happened. I was supposed to get 3 of the apothecary potions, which I did get 3, but somehow I ended up getting a phantom bookshop, which I'm not too crazy about. Honestly, I love patchouli, I love rose, but it's just, this smells like something they already have. It reminds me of Stormwatch and Cottage Breeze combined. It's not bad, but it's just a little too fresh for me for Halloween, and it's just not my vibe. So that's definitely gonna go back. I don't know how I accidentally grabbed it. Actually, the colors are kind of similar, so maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but that's going back. So I'm not sure if I went over the apothecary potions. Oh, I actually did. I did. Now I remember. So then I was asking them about the mystical tarot card, and my store didn't know what it was. They'd never heard of it. They said it wasn't on their set list. So I ended up going to Target. They had a buy one, get one 50% off. I know it's not that great of a deal, but they were $21 at Target, still slightly cheaper. So the scent notes for mystical tarot cards is laying your cards on the table. The future becomes clear. Scents of cherry, black licorice, and tonka bean fill the room as you uncover your path forward. Right off the bat, I get cherry. I do get some tonka. And I do get the black anise, the star anise. So what this reminds me of, it reminds me of like sitting in an old like study where there's shelves with leather-bound books that are like very old, not old like falling apart, just collecting and older. You're sitting on a leather couch eating good and plenties, and there's maybe some cherry tobacco being burned somewhere. That's what this reminds me of. So I had to get 2. I did burn 1 in my bathroom and for an hour, and it did really well. It had a nice scent throughout. The scent was beautiful. So I think burning 2 of these together, one in my living room, one in my dining room, will really amp up the throw, and I'll be able to smell it a lot more in a larger room. But I've been having some pretty good luck with Yankee the last year and a half. I stopped buying for a while, but I did go and I got some autumn candles. I got spiced pumpkin, apple pumpkin, and a couple others. And the scent throw, and they were large jars and the 2-wick tumblers, and they did extremely well. So I am hopeful that all of these will do extremely well. I know I will definitely get a good throw with the Witch's Brew and the Apothecary Potions, because those are all going to be burned at the same exact time throughout the house. Most of them will be here in the dining room. So I know I'll definitely be able to get a smell or a scent note and scent throw from those when they're burning combined. This is going to make such an amazing scent combo. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you picked up during the buy 3 get 3 and what you got from the Halloween collection. I know my video was very repetitive and not very interesting, but hopefully this inspires you guys to go out and, if you haven't done so already, purchase some of the collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, have a great one.